finish with what has been an awesome end to the game. Of course, that was how it panned out in the Raymond Stars Stadium in the city of Ikena yesterday. The match day 25 fixture between Raymond Stars and Kwara United. It ended 2-0 in favor of the home star, the Sky Blue Stars of Remo. They defeated Kwara United by 2-0. Late goals from the boots of Samuel Nakwe and Adi Aruna in the stoppage time were enough for the Daniel Ogumodede boys to extend their lead to 2-digit points, talking about 10 points, clear of the second place team Shooting Stars in the summit of the Nigerian Premier Football League. Remo Stars, after 25 games, are sitting on top with 51 points, and they are on the verge of winning their first MPFA titles. Of course, Kwara United proved very, very stubborn yesterday, but their stubbornness could not get them anything, because at the end of the game, they succumbed to defeat at the Remo Star Stadium right there in Ikene. Of course, the other remaining matches between Castina United and Enyimba of Aba, the People's Elephant, they were defeated by Castina United 2-1. It ended. And after match day 25, like I said, Raymond Stars are topping the MPFA table by 51 points. And Shooting Stars sits second on the log of the table by 41. They have 41 points and just 10 points clear of the table. Raymond Stars are on the verge of winning the MPFA title. As it stands, as I speak with you, barring any upsets, 13 more games to go. Daniel Ogumodede's side will be winning their first MPFA title. They took the advantage of their closest challengers, talking about Shooting Stars, of course, who played out a 2-2 disappointing draw against Lobby Stars on Wednesday. You know how it happened. Of course, Rivers United, another title challengers, also drop points at the Gospel Akpabio Stadium right there in Ujo against Aqua United. It ended 1-1. Rangers also lost against Abia Warriors at the Umaya Stadium. 1-0. They lost. So for me, I think Raymond Stars took advantage of this and they extended their lead on the summit of the table with 10 points. Will Raymond Stars go all the way to lift the trophy? We're still all to play for, like I said, 13 more games to go to conclude the MPFA 2024-2025 season. But as it stands, Raymond Stars are clear with 10 points, and they are on the verge of winning their MPFA title. On this note, I say good afternoon to you, sport fans. Welcome to Sport Today on Honor 103.5 FM Ibadan, reaching you live and direct from Bodija in the Asian city of Ibadan. Samuel Akintunde is my name, but you know you can call me the City Boy, and I will be your host today because Ayo Miko is still unavoidably absent in the studio. Of course, you know how we do it. This is where you get latest information, breaking news, and exciting story. All the breaking news and every story making the round in the exciting, in the ever appealing, ever interesting, controversial, dramatic world of sports. And of course, today is not going to be an exception because we've got a lot to discuss. We need to also talk about the Lagos FA Cup semi-finals that will take place between Sporting Lagos and the defending champion Ikorodu City, 3 p.m. at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena later today. Also, Shooting Stars will be in action for the Oyo State FA Cup, and they will be playing against Oyo FC 3 p.m. at the Olubadan Stadium today. Of course, during the course of the program, we also talk about the UEFA Champions League, the mother of all league, the money-spinning, lucrative UEFA Champions League. The round of 16 draw has taken place, and we know, of course, it's going to be very, very interesting to see how the round of 16s will take place. The 16 teams have been drawn, and the road to Munich has been mapped out. So let's start from the MPFL. Like I said, Remo Stars are on the verge of winning their first MPFL title, and they are currently sitting on top of the table with 51 points after match day 25. 13 more games to go. How is going to happen at the end of the season? Could Remo Star FC break Rivers United FC record for the most points accumulated in a single MPFL season? Rivers United, in that season that they won the MPFL, they had 77 points, and the Kenya-based side currently sits on top of the log with 51 points and just 13 games left to play. Rivers United had 55 points at this point in that season. Could Remo Star go all the way to actually break that record? And it's still all to play for. Like I said, 13 more games to go. We still cannot rule out the possibility of them bottling the league. But for me, I don't see Remo Stars bottling this league, because if you look at them, they've been very, very consistent. They've been getting the job done, and this is not their first time knocking, waiting and looking to win the MPFL title. They've been coming close, but I think now this is their time. And if they eventually win it, I think they deserve it, because, like I said, they've been very, very consistent. They've been playing very well. At home, they have a better record at home. They have not lost a single game at home this season, and they are currently leading by 10 points. Don't forget, the last time a team from Southwest won the MPFL title was 27 years ago. 27 solid years ago. That was 1998 when Shooting Stars won it. And now we are seeing two Southern teams in the first and second position of the MPFL, talking about Remo Stars of Ikene and Shooting Star Sports Club of Ibadan. So could this be the year that a Southwest team will lift the MPFL title? Of course, it's still all to play for. Like I said, 13 more games to go, 13 more games left to play. But for me, I think the title is between Remo Stars. It is their title to lose now, because going 10 points clear of the second position, I mean, it's very, very fantastic, and it's very, very. This is incredible. 10 points clear. It is very, very. It is quite impossible for them to bottle the league. But you know that anything is possible in football if they don't take their game one after the other. 13 more games to go. But as the teams are playing now, as it stand, they are currently leading with 10 points. So for me, I think it's still all to play for, but they are on the verge of winning their first MPFL title. Moving away from the MPFL and still in the Nigerian football, let's talk about the Federation Cup. Talking about Lagos FA Cup, semi-finals match between Sporting Lagos and Ikorodu City is going to be a fantastic showdown at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. The defending champion Ikorodu City, they want to retain their title, and they will play a formidable team, Sporting Lagos. Of course, we know how they did very well last season, but they got relegated to the NLA. But now, this is a Lagos derby. The match will be played at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. But one thing that I want to talk about is the issue of match congestion. For Ikorodu City, they played an MPFL game on Wednesday against Plateau United after a long trip from Lafia. And they played again yesterday, the quarter-final of the Lagos FA Cup. They are playing again today, semi-final, with the same squad. How does it make sense? How does it make sense? How does it make exciting? How does it even make the game exciting? Because this fixture would have made sense with a proper calendar. This is as a result of lack of proper planning and calendar management on the part of the NFF and also the state FA. Talking about the FA Cup as well, Oyo State FA Cup quarter-final, Shooting Stars, like I said, we're playing Uyolon FC 3 p.m. at the Olubadan Stadium. And Shooting Stars also will have their fair share of the match congestion today, because they will play the quarter-finals game today, this afternoon, and if they progress, they will play the semi-final tomorrow, and maybe final. If they progress, they will play the final on Saturday or latest on Sunday. This is quite laughable, because they will still, the Shooting Star will still have to travel to Aba on Monday to play against Enyimba on Wednesday in the MPFL next week. So now, what I want you to talk about is the match congestion. And don't forget, Coach Bingo Gumbati also highlighted and also lamented the match congestion. I mean, the issue of the congested fixtures in the Nigerian football. Shooting Stars, they played on Wednesday. They are playing today. If they progress, they will play tomorrow, semi-final. And if they win the semi-final, they are most likely to play the final on Sunday. So this calls for me, it calls for review. The NFF and the state FA needs to do better. Let the competition start earlier to avoid congested fixtures like these. These players are human, they are not robots. Their welfare should be of something of priority to the league management and all the stakeholders involved. Like I said, the NFF, they need to review the calendar. The game could have been, incorporated during the winter break, during the mid-season break of the MPFL, when the league was on break. Why can't we have these matches, incorporated and played during this time so that there won't be issue of match congestion? But it is what it is in Nigeria football. It is very, very terrible. It is laughable that a team played on Wednesday, played yesterday, we have to play today, and maybe probably if they progress, they will have to play tomorrow. It is very, very unfortunate. Before we continue on the program, we just have to pay some bills because we are due for our first commercial break. And when we come back, we go straight to Europe. We talk about the mother of all league, the biggest inter-club cup competition in the world of football. I'm talking about money spinning, lucrative UEFA Champions League, the round of 16 draw that took place in Switzerland this afternoon. We also talk about the Europa League fixture, the round of 16 feature. We talk about it. And when we're back, we will discuss this. And we see the potential fixtures. That's going to be a cracker. Madrid derby. Bayern Munich against Bayer Leverkusen. PSG against Liverpool. Liverpool will travel to Paris to take on PSG. When we're back, all of this, we are going to discuss this. Don't go nowhere. We're right back.
On 103.5 FM.
láì dènà pẹnu umrah àti hajj nílé iṣẹ́ aljanna travels wẹ̀lẹ̀mú alhamdulilayi rabbil alamin gbogbo àwọn tó ń bá wa rìnrìn àjò ló ń kan sára tí wọ́n sì ń dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run ọba Allah láì kábàámọ̀ nígbà kọ̀ọ̀kan ilẹ̀kùn tún ti wá sí fún ìforúkọsílẹ̀ hajj 2025 tó fi mọ́ umrah ramadan tó ń bọ̀ lọ́nà dẹ̀dẹ̀ yìí àwọn èèyàn ti ń forúkọsílẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn tó ti ń bá wa rìnrìn àjò ló lè ròyìn pẹ̀lú ìgbádùn àwọn òtẹ́ẹ̀lì tó ṣàrà ọ̀tọ̀ tí ò jìnnà sí haram ní Maka àti Madina oúnjẹ tó dọ́sọ̀ lójoojúmọ́ tó fi mọ́ síyára ọ̀fẹ́ fáwọn alálàájì wa tó bá ti wáyà yẹn má fàkókò játa àmọ́ èyí tó bá wù yín nínú ètò hajj 2025 basic executive standard tó fi mọ́ VIP wà ńlẹ̀ ẹ kàn sí Aljana Hajj and Umrah Services Nigeria Limited lórí iléeṣẹ́ wa tó wà ní Navada Plaza 140/142 Liberty Road Elewure bus stop Ìbàdàn tàbí kí ẹ pè ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yìí 0904-444-4945 tàbí 0703-711-7801 àṣepé iṣẹ́ bí ẹni fẹ́ràn jẹ̀kọ́ ní hajj àti umrah ní Aljana Hajj and Umrah Services Limited. Gbogbo ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi ó tún ti yá o láti bá wa rìnrìn àjò ẹ̀mí tọdún 2025 ká lè pé níye gẹ́gẹ́ bí onígbàgbọ́ tòótọ́ níwájú Olúwa Ọlọ́run ní báyìí nílé iṣẹ́ You Fit Fly àǹfààní tó ti ṣí sílẹ̀ fún wa láti rìnrìn àjò ẹ̀mí lọ sáwọn àyè mánigbàgbé tá a dárúkọ nínú Bíbélì lórílẹ̀‐èdè Jordan, Israel, Rome àti Greece ṣe mọ̀ pé gbogbo àwọn àyè wọ̀nyí níṣẹ́ ìyanu ti ṣẹlẹ̀ tí Olúwa Ọlọ́run ti dára fi àṣẹlélẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ojú òpó fọmọnìyàn láti tọ̀ ẹ̀yin ní ká ẹ sọ oṣù tó bá wù yín láti bá wa lọ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọdún yìí títí dópin 2025 kẹ́ ẹ yọjú sí wa ní You Fit Fly kájọ sọ torí pé oṣooṣù là ń tẹkọ̀ létí ṣe ìrìn àjò ẹ̀mí lọ sáwọn orílẹ̀-èdè wọ̀nyí pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run alààyè àti àwọn ẹni àmì òróró rẹ̀ ìwọ náà má jẹ́ kí wọ́n ròyìn fún ọ kàn sí You Fit Fly lónìí ní Success House Block 8 Plot 7 7 Up Road Olúyọ̀lé Estate Ring Road Ìbàdàn tàbí kẹ́ ẹ pé 0901-111-1190 website youfitfly.com ìrìn àjò ẹ̀mí ní You Fit Fly àmójúlẹ́jà ẹ̀dọ́ba.
On 103.5 FM.
Of course, you are welcome back from that quick time out. The program is T-Sport today on Honor 103.5 FM, Ibadan. Samuel Akintunde is my name. You know you can call me the City Boy. And very quickly, let's go straight to Europe. Let's talk about the UEFA Champions League, the money spinning lucrative UEFA Champions League, the biggest interclub competition in the world. And before we go, let me just acknowledge some messages on our Facebook page. You know, you can join us on the Facebook. You can join us live on Facebook. It is 103.5 Honor FM on Facebook. You can watch the program live. Your Deji Abdulatif Fashola, that's my boss, my dad from the United States of America, Dallas, Texas. He said, good morning, City Boy. We are in the afternoon here in Nigeria. Good job. Thank you for joining us. We are united. And very quickly, let's talk about the UEFA Champions League round of 16 draw that took place this afternoon in the city of Switzerland. Talking about the UEFA Champions League round of 16 plays that took place today, it is very, very clear that we have some crackers. We have some incredible games upon us in the round of 16. The draw took place today in Switzerland, and the road to Munich 2025 has been mapped out. 16 teams have been drawn to play against each other in the round of 16, and of course we are going to see that the routes to the quarterfinal and semi-final has also been mapped out. Real Madrid will take on Atletico Madrid in Madrid Derby. The Madrid Derby, the battle of the old school experienced managers, talking about Diego Simeone and Carlo Ancelotti. That's going to be a cracker between the most successful team and the title holder Real Madrid against their closest rival, their challenger, their city rival, talking about Atletico de Madrid. Also, there will be the big German clash between Bayern Munich and Bayer Leverkusen. The battle of the two brightest young coaches in the world, talking about Vincent Kompany and Xabi Alonso. PSG will host Liverpool in the city of Paris Parc des Princes. This is definitely going to be a cracker as well, considering the current form of both teams. Club Brugge from Belgium, we host Aston Villa from England, and of course Feyenoord will also play against Inter Milan. It will also be a battle between Borussia Dortmund of Germany against Lille from France. For Arsenal, they will play against PSV Eindhoven from Netherlands, while Benfica will play against FC Barcelona. For me, after I saw the draw, I just said to myself, looking at this draw, there is a very good chance that we get an El Clasico Champions League final, because Barcelona are not in the same route with Real Madrid. They are in a separate route, and they can meet in the final. There is a possibility of an El Clasico Champions League final this season. Also, it's very, very tough for the English. It's going to be tough on the English clubs that they are all on the same side of the draw with Madrid, and that's a very, very big surprise for me. This new format needs a lot of modification, if you ask me, because how can the teams from the same league be playing against each other right from the playoff? And we have two Spanish teams, talking about Real Madrid and Atletico de Madrid, that will be giving us Madrid Derby in the round of 16. Of course, two German teams will also play against each other in the round of 16, talking about Bayern Munich and Bayer Leverkusen. So for me, I think there's a lot to do to actually modify this Champions League new format. I mean, a lot still has to be done in terms of modification, just to ensure that we don't get the same two teams coming from the same country playing against each other at the very early stage of the competition. But looking at the draw, one thing is sacrosanct, that we are going to have an interesting, a very, very competitive round of 16 fixture. And it will start in Santiago Bernabeu, Real Madrid against Atletico de Madrid. That is going to be a cracker. Like I said, it's going to be a battle between two experienced old school managers, Diego Simeone and Don Carlo Ancelotti. Can Diego Simeone stop Carlo Ancelotti, Real Madrid, the defending champion this time around? Only time we tell, we have to wait until March until March 4th and 5th of March. The first leg will be played on the 4th and the 5th of March, while the second leg of the round of 16 will be played on the 11th and 12th of March 2025. For quarterfinals are on the 8th and on the 9th of April. And the second leg of the quarterfinal will be played on the 15th and 16th of April, while semi-finals will take place on the 29th and 30th of April. And the second leg of semi-finals will take place on the 6th and 7th of May 2025, while the final will take place at the Allianz Arena Stadium in Munich on the 31st of May 2025. Also for the Europa League round of 16, the draw also took place this afternoon. And let me just quickly read the fixtures. Round of 16 fixture, Victoria plays in take on Lazio, and that will be played on the 6th of March. Bordeaux Glimt also will take on Olympiacos. Real Sociedad will host Manchester United from England. FCSB from Bucharest will take on Lyon. Fenerbahce will play against Rangers from Scotland. Ajax will play against Frankfurt, and also AS Akima will play against Tottenham Hotspur from England. Roma will take on Athletic Club from Spain. I think for the Europa League round of 16 fixture, I think the spotlight will be, the attention will be on Manchester United. How can they progress? Can they actually go all the way to the final? Because, of course, they are not doing very well in the league. So they have two options to get European competition, to play European football next season. Either they win the Europa League or they win the FA Cup. So if they win the Europa League, they qualify directly to the UEFA Champions next season. And if they win the FA Cup, they get Europa competition next season. So for Manchester United to get the European football next season, they need to win either Europa League to get UEFA Champions League football, or they win the FA Cup to get Europa League football. This is how far we can go on the program Sport Today this afternoon on Honor 103.5 FM. The Honor and Integrity Station, reaching you live and direct from Bodija. Samuel Akintunde is my name. We'll be back tomorrow, 12 to 1 p.m. tomorrow, to also talk about, to preview the games that will be happening in this weekend in the Premier League, English Premier League. Is going to be a battle between Manchester City and Liverpool. All of the actions that will go down in the Europe in the English Premier League, as well as other leagues across Europe. We will discuss that tomorrow, and I hope Ayomiko will also be in the studio with us. I cannot go far. I cannot go more than this because I just have to leave the studio. Thanks for being part of this of the program today. Samuel Akintunde is my name. You know you can call me the City Boy, and hopefully Ayomiko will be back tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.